Hey there, YouTube. Good to see you. It's another edition of Walking Thoughts here in the parking lot of CFI, right there. So this one is inspired by a friend of mine who I was talking to at Pennhurst Asylum during their Paracon, and he brought up this idea, this scenario, where there was a group of ghost hunters, and they had what they claimed was evidence of legitimate paranormal activity. Like, this was it, like they had it. And he actually had suggested that they reach out to me and get my thoughts, or just get my opinion on it, which is great. I appreciate that. The problem was that the group of ghost hunters scoffed at the idea, like scoffed. Like, why would we ever send it to a skeptic? Because all they're going to do is debunk it. And my friend, who is himself a ghost hunter, was like, well, I mean, if it's not true evidence of paranormal activity, isn't that what you want? Like, as an investigator, if you're going to call yourself an investigator, you know, you're trying to explain something. You're trying to explain quote unquote unknown experience, or the unknown cause of an experience, as best that you can. And you really should exhaust every single avenue that's available to you. And I agree. I totally agree. If you are out there in your ghost hunting group, you know, whether you call yourselves investigators or ghost hunters or enthusiasts or researchers or whatever, and you're going to be presenting what you claim to be evidence to the public, then you might want to run it by someone like me. Not necessarily me, but someone like me, and several someones like me, in order to get an opinion. Because I guess in my line of work, I mean, it's part of my job to know, or at least familiarize myself with a lot of different topics. Doesn't mean I'm an expert on them. It means that I'm familiar with them, and that at some point I'm going to be able to look it up or verify it, or I know someone that is an expert, or has, you know, is an expert and or has decades worth of experience in a particular field, and we'll be able to give an educated opinion on the topic at hand, which is great. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. And even with my own work, I don't always take my own word for it. Even if I'm confident, highly confident that I have found the cause, I will still seek out experts and say, hey, you know, like, what do you think of this? And they might find something that I'm missing. Because in the end, I guess the point that I'm trying to get to is, if you're going to post something, if you're going to present it to the public, like when I publish my articles, when I publish my videos, I want to be able to present the best, most accurate, up-to-date information as possible. Because I think that's important. You want to give your viewers the best information. And if you're aware that there's other avenues out there, if you're aware that there are other experts that you can and you know you should consult, yet you do not, then you are doing a disservice to your viewers. That's how I feel about this. I think you are cheating your viewers and followers and whatever, subscribers. You're cheating them out of the best that you can present. You're basically being lazy. I think we should all strive to do the best that we can. And if that means the quote-unquote evidence that you have that you think is so great, that proves the paranormal, turns out to be a trick of the camera, or someone's stomach growling, or someone farting, something, you know, something like that, where we can either replicate it, or we can say, hey, you know, like, due to the what's there, what we know is there, we can reasonably assume that this is the most likely cause. Excuse me. And say, you know, like that, we've exhausted that. Hold on, here comes my boss. Hi, Barry. There goes my boss. He's like, what are you doing? I'm walking around the parking lot. I'm getting my exercise, damn it. Anyway, where was I? The evidence, and yeah, so I guess it's disheartening to hear that a ghost hunting group, I mean, it's not surprising, to be honest, but it's disheartening to hear a ghost hunting group will flat out refuse to run their evidence by a skeptical person. Because why? Like, they don't like me, they don't want to hear my opinion, and like, it's possible, yeah, it's possible that I'm going to come up with reasonable methods and or ideas of why it might not be paranormal, why things that they might have done to control the experiment a little bit better, maybe information they hadn't thought of, and I'm guessing that that's the reason why they don't want their evidence to be debunked. And I think that attitude is kind of selfish, you know, because it's not, again, it's going back to doing a disservice to their viewers. Because if you don't want if you're avoiding the possibility of your evidence getting debunked purely because you don't want it to be debunked, then you're deceiving yourself, and you're deceiving your viewers, because you're just not being honest with them, and you're being selfish. And I think that's what it really comes down to. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Why? Let me know in the comments. Maybe we can discuss it. The wind's picking up again. But yeah, it kind of bothered me that people are still afraid to defend their evidence. And I guess that's a good idea. That's a good thought, because, I mean, when people present, when academics present their thesis, you know, like they're going for their PhD, they're presenting their work, they have to defend their work. When any kind of academics publish papers in peer-reviewed journals, they have to defend their work. Questions are going to be asked. Methods are going to be questioned. They're going to have to, people are going to bring up points like, oh, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? How do you know this? How do you know that? And the authors of the paper will have to defend their work. This is common. This is something that always happens. So why not keep that same methodology, that same mentality? And if you're going to present your paranormal evidence, be prepared to defend it. But I think there's a mentality, this is why Walking Thoughts are just random, because I go all over the place. I think there's a mentality in the community, the ghost hunting paranormal community, that, oh my, the wind. The mentality is, the mentality is that I'm going to present my work, and I'm only doing it because I want to get praise. I want to get people to shower me with compliments and good catches, and that's amazing, and stuff like that. And they're not open to the criticism. And if you're not open to criticism, I guess that puts you in the closed-minded circle, because you're not willing to consider anything else. You've already made up your mind, you think it's good, and you only want compliments and not any critique or questions that challenge what you're doing or what you're presenting. I guess the lesson here is that if you're watching this and you're a ghost hunting team, or fall under that genre of ghost hunting team, whatever you call yourselves, and you have a bunch of evidence that you wholeheartedly believe demonstrates the paranormal, demonstrates that ghosts are real, contact someone like me. Reach out. There's plenty of us, not just me, but reach out to skeptical people. Ask their opinions, and don't get mad about it. Like, just listen to what they have to say and consider it, and think to yourself, oh, I could do that next time. That might make this a little bit better. Or, maybe that does answer my question. That does give me a cause. Because, if we're investigating these claims, isn't that the purpose? To actually find a cause of these experiences? And if you only want a certain cause and avoid anything that's not paranormal related, again, you're being selfish. Stop it. All right, that's about it. I'm heading in. Thanks for listening. Never stop learning. See you later.